Katherine from WDW Happy Hour. I'm here on Comic-Con Day 1, official ending. The convention floor is closed and people are getting ready to go out. As you might be able to see, the traffic's getting kind of bad. Everyone wants to go to the bars. And we did a lot of fun stuff today. We actually had a pretty packed day of panels. We walked around the floor just a very little bit. We actually sat through panels most of the day. So we're going to get into that and kind of highlight the exciting things that we saw. So I hope you enjoy.
All right, we didn't have a super Disney-filled day as much as we did try. We'll get into that. The first thing that we did, we walked down to Hall H, which is the huge hall that you find at the end of the convention center, and we saw the Dreamworks panel. That was the first panel of the morning in Hall H. And they showed a 20-minute clip of the new movie Trolls starring Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake. They had both Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake, the director and the producer, and it was awesome. What we saw was great. I know that this is Dreamworks. It's a direct competitor to Disney. We also saw, after that, a movie called Boss Baby starring Alec Baldwin, where he basically plays a cantankerous little baby who wears a suit. He's basically Jack Donaghy from 30 Rock if he was an infant, which looks really funny. Interesting note, Alec Baldwin was talking and said, I know I'm paraphrasing here, but he said there's a lot of other companies out there. He name-dropped Pixar, and he said that Dreamworks is absolutely the cream of the crop. They are the top of their game. Whether that's true or not, I won't get into it. You probably know how I feel in the Pixar versus Dreamworks debate, but we won't get into that. But what we did see was awesome. And then Katherine had a really nice surprise where she saw someone and had an interaction where she basically died of excitement.
But before I get into that, I actually want to talk about the Moana panel. So we had said originally that was really our number one panel that we wanted to cover based on the fact that we do a podcast on Disney. We wanted to see the latest news. And we actually just watched Waking Sleeping Beauty in preparation to see Mr. Clement and Mr. Musker present at the Moana panel. Also, the young girl who won the YouTube competition and is the voice of Moana was going to be there. So we went to see the Trolls panel in Hall H, and Moana was in a smaller room upstairs. But we got up there and it was packed. The line was so long. It's not a huge capacity room, and the line was essentially outside, that there was no way we were going to get in to see Moana. But as we were getting closer to the entrance to the room, we actually saw John Musker and Ron Clement and the girl who plays Moana. So we actually were able to see them right up close, and then we did a big circle and realized we were defeated and not going to make it into the panel. And we saw them again, so we actually got some nice little Snapchatty paparazzi-esque pictures of them, and I was excited to see them. And that was kind of our disappointment of the day, because we didn't really get to do the one real Disney thing we wanted to do. But on the upside, that was totally made up to me a few hours later. Matt wanted to take a nap, so we walked back to the hotel after lunch. And I was meeting my friend Brianna back down at the convention center. And there's a lovely little walk along the marina that you can kind of get to the back of the convention center, and there's yachts all lined up against the marina. And I saw these two younger girls just going crazy. And then I looked, and Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendrick were coming off of the yacht just as I was passing by, and there really wasn't anybody else around. And there was a woman next to me yelling, "Justin, teachers love you! Teachers love you! Justin, teachers love you!" And she kept saying that. And I just looked at him. I said, "Justin, regular people like you too." And he went, "Ha, oh man, be still my heart. NSYNC, still number one in my life. I loved NSYNC. I loved Justin pretty much from 6th to 9th grade. He was my number one true love. So I had a real fangirl moment with him today, and it was awesome. So that was an upside of my day.
The other big thing that we got to see, which is, again, loosely Disney related, we were at the Nerd HQ panel. I'm sorry, the Comic-Con HQ panel. Nerd HQ is something entirely different. It's hard to keep up down here. We were at the Comic-Con HQ panel, and they debuted a show that's going to be premiering on their channel, which I'm pretty sure is exclusively on their website, comicconhq.com. Mark Hamill is doing a show. Apparently, he is a gigantic collector of all things collectible. Apparently, his house is just absolutely filled with all sorts of things. And he's doing a show where he basically goes to people's homes and looks at their collectibles and basically does a Q&A and talks about them. And he seems really excited. Apparently, it's a big passion project of his. He wasn't actually physically at Comic-Con. He was just coming back from Europe, and I think he had just landed in the States today or yesterday, so he was exhausted and didn't make it to Comic-Con, but he did record this pre-recorded video where he kind of pitched the show, and it seems really interesting, and he seems really excited about it, and it's just cool to see Mark Hamill, doing something outside of Star Wars. So that might be something that you want to check out if you're a big Star Wars fan, or if you like Mark Hamill, or if you're into collectibles, or, yeah, it seems really cool.
All right, so that wraps up our Comic-Con Day 1 coverage, and we hope you have followed us on all of our social media outlets. Subscribe to us on YouTube, and I think we're going to put something out every day while we're here.
We're definitely going to try.
Yes, absolutely. It's busy. We don't have a lot of time to edit, but we're going to at least try to get as much content as we can.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram. We're going to be posting stuff on Instagram at WDW Happy Hour. We'll probably be on Twitter here and there. Again, Twitter is WDW Happy Hour. Facebook.com, WDW Happy Hour. I think you guys are seeing the pattern here. But yeah, we're going to be trying to put out new stuff while we're here. We're here until Sunday. It is, Friday night?
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday night, guys.
The nights all blend together. And we're about to go out and drink. So, cheers.
Cheers.